What's up, Pack members? It's Rare Spirit Elf here, and welcome to our next episode of our Dark Souls Remastered Let's Play. So, it's like almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Right now, legitimately just woke up, immediately started filming, so if I sound a little tired, that's probably why. But I should be fine, I'm used to doing stuff like this. So anyway, in the last episode we entered the Duke's Archives, and I think we completed most of them. So now we're actually going to be moving on to that area right there. Well, I actually can't really see it due to the trees, but we're going to be heading to the next area in the game, which is called the Crystal Cave. So let's go and get started. So we're going to take the shortcut that we just made. Now the Crystal Caves, oh, by the way, flip this switch. So the Crystal Caves can actually be rather tricky if you don't know what to do, because there's actually a bunch of invisible paths, so yeah. And fight the crystal golems if you want to, but I don't really want to waste time fighting them. Alright, so now we're in the crystal cave. If this crystal golem just kind of dodges to your side, you can just avoid it. As you can see, there are moonlight butterflies around, but honestly, they're not really aggroed. Pretty much, you can fight them if you want to, but I'm not gonna, because honestly, if they do their thing, I'll do my thing, so yeah. So, here's one of the tricky parts of the Crystal Caves. You can kind of tell because where the snow falls, but you can actually walk on paths like this. This is actually a feature that was temporary in Dark Souls 3 for the Enter Londo, but yeah. Anyway, now this gold one, just try to dodge best you can, and that was perfect. And drop down, oh dear, I missed my footing. You actually gotta do it quite perfectly if you want to do it right. But that's okay, I only have like 620 souls, so if I don't grab them, then it's no big deal. Now, where was I? Alright. Let's try again. I mean, due to the shortcut, I don't think getting to the Crystal Cave will take that long. I mean, we're really barely in the Crystal Cave if you don't want to collect items. So, me myself, I don't really want to collect items here because, there's so many invisible pathways, and there's a certain one that I want to follow if I want to move on and get to the boss. So, yeah. I do love the design of the area though. It's really cool. And do be careful when you're running across the invisible paths though, because you never know what could happen. Alright. Don't need to grab, but I'm going to do it anyway. And let me make sure I get my footing right this time. Right here. Perfect. I can run here and whack these if you so inclined. Looks like I got one of them. Great. Alright, and now for the long one. First, this one you can either drop down right away, or you can, well, just run across and we'll be at the area where the boss is. So we're just gonna run straight across. Now, do be careful here. Just run, run, run. You kind of want to aim for this little ledge over here. And there we go. Alright. So we're almost to the boss, but there is still one more enemy in our way. I don't know what they're called, but they're like these little like clamshells with legs, and don't let them look like surprise you. These things can actually hurt if you're not careful. But due to my Black Knight Greatsword, it shouldn't be too hard to kill them. Oh, well, I say that now. Alright, I'm gonna heal up now. And you know, they just open up a clamshell. That's kind of pretty looking inside. Anyway, next up, just try to aggro one at a time. You don't really want to find groups. Alright, now that one's aggroed. Yeah, and definitely have a good shield. Another guru. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to move over here and get this one. There we go. And unlike most enemies, you actually do want to kill these things before you enter boss fog. Otherwise, they could probably actually go into the boss fog with you, and you really don't want that. Yeah, I mean, even 2 at a time seems not so bad. You be careful though, you never know what can happen. Alright, here's one. Alright. Heal up. And now, one more to go. I'll just whack it one more time. There you go. Okay. So run around here, and this here will be the boss. So this boss is called Scaleless. You might remember we encountered him in the last episode, but he killed us because that was a scripted encounter. Well, this here is the actual boss fight of Scaleless. So if you see that shiny thing in the middle, that's like a crystal. And before the fight even starts, well, I mean, he's gonna spawn in, but once the fight starts, you immediately want to just crush that crystal. Either wait for him to come over and break it, or just break it yourself. I'm just gonna break it myself, because if you don't break it, then you'll probably be whacking Scaleless and you won't do any damage. So break that crystal so you can actually do damage to Seath. So yeah. Also, you can cut off his tail to get the Moonlight Greatsword. I have never gotten the Moonlight Greatsword because the problem with cutting off Seath's tail is the fact that if you go from behind, he'll do tail smashes, which are actually pretty dangerous. I won't try to cut off the tail, but if it gets to a point where he's spamming the tail smash, then I will give up on the idea. But whatever the case, let's go ahead and enter. Alright, So first things first. There, now we can do damage. And that's why it's hard to cut off his tail. You see just how much damage that did. Come on, thief. Oh god, no. And those crystals will inflict curse, but you probably won't be in the crystals long enough to get curse, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. You also have swipes, but that shouldn't be a big of a deal. That, however. Oh, get out of the crystals, get out of the crystals, get out of the crystals. They will fade eventually, but. And now I gotta heal. Overall, though, I don't think defeating Steve is generically difficult if you're not trying to cut off his tail, which, I don't know, I mean, I might not cut off his tail at all, but you never know. See, it's also tricky to cut off his tail. I mean, I'm not going to use Moonlight Greatsword, obviously, but, you know. I mean, it probably will take some patience to kill Thief. Or, not kill him, cut off his tail. God, no. And that's why cutting off Steve's tail is a pain. Okay. So, it looks like we're not going to get the Moonlight Greatsword. I mean, it's hard to cut off his tail, actually. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're not really going to worry much about his tail. Because if it wasn't really trying to cut off his tail there, I probably would have been able to, you know, actually kill him. But hey, we'll see. Because honestly, you actually want him to do that crystal breath of his. I mean, and I don't think he really will smash his tails if you're doing it on his side one. You know, either left or right. The behind one, yeah, the back one's the tail that you want to try to cut off, obviously. But, you know, not easy to do. I mean, if he didn't do tail smashes, that would be different, but, you know, the tail smash, that's what killed me, so, and I don't want to waste an entire episode just trying to cut off Steve's tail. I mean, it's like I said before, I like the Moonlight Greatsword, I just like the concept of it, but I'm never going to use it, so what's the point? So let's just follow the path that we took before. The good thing about this time though is when we go to a boss, we won't actually have to kill the clamshell things. I missed it. Oh well. What on earth? you're actually up here? How'd you get up here? Well, I don't have time to play with you anyway, so what do I care? There we go. Wow, he's actually following me? That's actually the first time I've ever had that happen. He's never once landed on an invisible path. So it's like I said before, these clamshell things, you can just ignore them this time because they can't follow you into the boss log once you, well, get the boss log up. And let's go ahead and try to take on Seats again, shall we? So, as usual, go get that crystal first. Alright, now he can, or now we can do damage to him. So as you can see, if you don't really worry much about cutting off his tail and just want to kill him, it's not too bad. Because you see, I'm really doing damage to him without getting a scratch. Oh gosh, no. Do be careful though, I mean, basically he's almost dead, so. If I'm gonna do. And I think the Scaleless is defeated. Yep. So there we go. Oop, that was an awkward angle. Okay, it looks like we timed that perfectly. So, as you can see, he's not really difficult. The only thing that can really make him difficult is the fact that if you try to cut off his tail to get the Moonlight Greatsword. Other than that, it's actually pretty easy. Just be observant of the crystal breath, watch out for when he does his tail smashes, and if we're doing that, then you should come out fine. Don't be too concerned about the curse. Anyway, that's just our wraps of this video, so tune in for the next one, and we will probably move on to the next area of the game. So, see you guys back in the pack.